I want to talk a little bit about getting started fishing on a budget. I like some of these guys, they're doing a fishing show. They show you a rod and a reel combo that costs more than my first car. That's not an entry point for somebody, and I don't want that to be a stumbling block where you think you have to do that. So I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you a couple of things, budget things. I wanted to make a transition to an open face spinning reel. So this was my entry point, and I thought it would be better than the ones with the little teeny hole in the middle of it. Thought it would cast better. I think it probably does, but I got this on clearance at Walmart, and I've had this for maybe 15 years or so. Rethinking this, I bought this prior to 1992. I'll repeat this same 15-year number many times. Maybe a little longer than that, but I got this on clearance for around $10. Same thing with the rod. I haven't even taken the tag off of this one yet. $9.94. This is an Ozark Trail. It says it is a 6 6" medium, 8 to 12 pound line. And they don't have a suggested lure weight. It's not going to be for teeny tiny weights, although I'm going to throw a teeny tiny weight. I'm going to break another rule. I'm not going to use 8-pound line on this. I'm going to use some 6-pound Seagar. Now, this spool of line was, I think, around $14. So this cost more than that rod or that reel. That's what I'm going to put on this thing. Then I'm going to go out and try to catch some fish with it to prove that, not that you can just buy cheap stuff, but that inexpensive stuff can catch fish. The monofilament that's on this, it's probably Stren. I don't remember. Like I said, I spooled this up 15 years ago, all right? I just know that it's probably not that good anymore. It might be okay, but I don't know what it is. It's probably 6-pound Stren. There's a P word in there, probably. So I don't know. I do know what this is. This is going on this reel. I'm not going to show you how to do that. I can do that in some other video, but I'm going to get this going and let's go catch some fish. Hey, I just want to make something clear. I am in no way condemning the use of nice fishing equipment. I'm just saying don't let that be an obstacle to get you started. The first rod that I bought after I moved out of Mom and Dad's house, I actually, if anybody remembers Gibson's discount centers, they had 2 different rods that were both missing the other half. They did not go together. That didn't mean that I couldn't put them together. So that was my first fishing rod that I ever bought, was $1 for the tip of one and the butt section of another. And I made those work. And I fished with that for several years, and I think I had a Zebco 33, if I remember right. But anyway, hey, if you can afford nice fishing rods and reels and stuff, go for it. But if you can't, don't let that stop you from fishing. Had to drive for a second. I've never used a really expensive rod. This one on the little tag said it was graphite. It doesn't say that on the rod anywhere, but it did say it on the package. I don't know. But I've never owned a really expensive rod. So I can't tell you that, hey, gosh, they aren't worth the money. I've never tried one. Can't condemn it if I haven't tried it. That's just my thoughts right now. This is a starting place. I just want to prove a point that it will work. I have other gear, but I kind of have that little nostalgic thing going on right now. We'll see what happens. I'm headed to the lake. Talk to you in a second. I was using the 2-inch gulp worms, pinched crawlers they call them, and I found these 1-inch version at Walmart. So I'm going to try these today. I was pinching the 2 inches in half. This saves me a pinch, right? All right, so here we go. They've added some water because I had, there's a concrete or something over there. I've already decided I don't know what it is, but it's right over, oh, that was a fish. Shiny thing. It's right over there. It's underwater. It was out of the water the other day. That was mostly out of the water, and it's mostly submerged now. Here's my gulp 1-inch mini crawler on here. Let me put a float on this thing. I forgot the float. Okay, I got my float about, I don't know, 20 inches, 18, 20 inches up there. And I really am using this little rig here. We'll see what we do. I brought another rod just in case there were some bass out here. I'm not really expecting any bass today. Somebody fishing over there for bass earlier, and he said he didn't get anything. So thinking bass isn't on the menu today, but I did bring another rod just in case. This one's just got 6-pound mono, and I don't know that the drag on this would be good for a big bass. If I were going to go after bass, I would definitely have a little bigger than 6-pound, just basically because of the drag on this reel. Well, the first cast was okay. Let me try another cast. It's not the smoothest reel. I keep trying to grab my line because I'm used to my spinning reel. That did all right for a cast. Some kind of little black bug flying around out here. Don't know what that is, but there's a lot of them. They may be in the mood for those little black bugs. Well, I wanted to catch at least one on this rod so I could do a proof of concept. Fish brain did not show this as a good day. The only clouds are right on the ridge of the mountain. Nothing else anywhere else. Kind of bright. Oh, I got one. I think I got something. I got the weed monster. What is that? Oh, I got somebody's fishing line. Hey, I'll take that home and melt it. Wow, that's a big old clump. Glad I got that out of here. I think I hooked into that once before, but it came off before I got it to the shore. So that's going home and getting melted down. There's one. I think I got that one. Come on, buddy, where'd he go? Get away from that concrete or whatever it is. Gotta tighten the drag up on this just a wee bit. There we go. Now that was perfect. Hooked him right in the roof of the mouth. Get you off of there and get you back in the water. See you later, buddy. My float did not do a very good job of staying where it was supposed to. So you can catch a trout on a little rig like this. Let's go back out here once. Still trying. There's one. I don't think I got a good hook set. I hadn't reeled my slack in yet. He didn't waste any time. Well, he got me a new gulp worm on there. We'll see if that one is still hanging out. Get my slack in a little quicker this time. I keep trying to flip my bail, so I'm preoccupied trying to find my bail instead of tripping this thing the right way. Well, that's how you get one to bite. You turn off the camera. He is not going to jump at all. I wonder if that's a trout or... Yeah, it's a little trout. Now he's going to jump a little bit. He's going to make some noise now. It's a little guy, but he looks healthy. See you later, buddy. Well, we'll try that again with the camera on. And this reel could probably use some TLC. Oh, there's one. It really hasn't been used in probably 15 years, and I just grabbed it off the shelf and put some fluorocarbon on it. It feels like a little bit nicer fish, but I can't see him yet. I think it is a little nicer. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come here. Again, I got him hooked right in the roof of the mouth. That's really where you want to get the guys. Get him back in the water. See you later, buddy. I think that was number 3. I'm usually pretty good counting to 4, but much past 4, I'm not very good. There's one. I think this is 4, if we get him in. And, oh, he's a jumper. I can't put a lot of pressure on him with this reel, but the rod's doing a really good job. Come on, buddy. Come on. All right. And there's another one right in the roof of the mouth, just like we want them. Thank you. See you later, buddy. Now let's rinse and repeat. But it's just a little. Oh, I see there's a muskrat over there. I knew I heard something in the grass. Huh. I don't know if he saw me at the last minute or what. There's one. No, never got hung up on anything over there before. I'm definitely hung up on something now. Fluoro stretching, so I'm just gonna have to break it off, and we're gonna be down float number 2. That's a lot of stretch. Yep, broke. Well, I'll tie on another jig head and we'll try a couple more times. I changed my mind. I'm not going to go back with the worm. I'm going to go with a little spinner bait and see if we can do a little something on that. Just because. Well, that did an okay job casting. That's a pretty light spinner. But I was thinking that they're really not going crazy for the worms right now. So I got to thinking, well, maybe they want something moving a little bit faster. They're hitting those little black bugs on the surface. They probably know the little black bug can't swim as fast as this, and it's not quite so flashy, but whatever. I've got some stuff to do anyway, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this. I just wanted to show that you can fish with something cheap. The line costs more than this rod, and well, almost as much as this rod and reel together. There's a whole bunch of them rising out there, but I almost hit him on the head. See if that made him mad. Nope. Yes, it did. Well, I got one on a spinner if I can get him in. All right, one on the spinner. Got him in the corner of the mouth. It's a good hook. All right, nice there. Nice little rainbow. See you later, buddy. Whoa. I'll see if I can hit another one on the head. There's one right there. On a spinner. Well, that's 2 on the spinner. See, I changed baits so I could start my count over. Oop, see you later, buddy. There's one. On the spinner. Come on, buddy. Come on. All right. See you later, buddy. There's another one. Nope, there's my snag. Pretty sure that's a lost spinner because I don't have a float to jingle it back up with. Hey, there's a spinner right there on a bunch more line and a jig. Wow. Get those before I forget where they are so I can take them home and dispose of them. Huh. Stop recording. I might just throw a little bit of lube in this reel and check it out. Like I said, it's been sitting up for 15 years and all I did was put that fluoro on it and come out and use it, which was not a good idea, but even at that, it works. So all right, two things. One, I'm going to switch over to my other pole. What I was saying, when my battery died, the reel, I never did lubricate it or do anything with it. I just started using it. It's been sitting for 15 years and it seems to be getting harder to turn. So before I destroy it, I think I'm going to give it another chance at life. And oh, this is moving much faster than the other reel. I'm going to give it another chance at life, and before I completely destroy it, I'm going to lube it, and then I'm going to try to use it again. So I figured I moved my spinner over to this rod, and I'll see if I can catch at least one or two on this before we go home, and we'll call it a day. You know, that float I broke off earlier just disappeared. I don't know if there was still some worm on that hook and something ate it off or whatever it was stuck on. There's one. Nope, never got snagged over there before. I suspect that's going to be a break off. See if I can do this without cutting myself. Oh my gosh, that is stout. That's a 10-pound braid. It's not one to... that broke. Okay, I gotta tell you what, I'm impressed with this little knot. I'll show you. I don't know what it's called. It broke the leader and it did not break. I might have broke at the jig, but it didn't break at the knot. And that's a 10-pound braid and an 8-pound fluorocarbon, and I have no idea what the name of that knot is, but I'm going to try using that again. It's easy to tie, and I'll do that in a video, show you what I'm using. Well, here is my mass of rescued monofilament and lures. Take that home and melt that so nothing could get stuck in it. What a mess. That cracking noise was my knee. Walk back while I can still see where I'm going. So as you can see, I was able to catch fish on a not so expensive rod. I think the most I've ever paid for a rod is, I don't know, 35 bucks or something. Sorry about the old brain fart. I bought that reel when I was living in Texas. I moved to Colorado in 1992. So it's way older than I was thinking it was, and that line that's on it is way older than I was thinking it was. That aside, everything else I said was correct. This particular rod, I kind of liked the rod. I kind of liked the way it felt, but I'm going to need to put another reel on it, and maybe I'll put something on there and try to catch a bass or two on it in the near future. They should start to show up fairly soon at the same body of water that I was fishing in today. I did catch a 5-pounder out of there in Colorado. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I think I proved my point. You don't have to have the biggest, fanciest gear. Just get started. To me, you don't want to start with really expensive equipment. You might not like fishing. So this isn't for the professional fisherman. This is for somebody that's wanting to get started fishing, that sees multi-$100 rods and reels as an obstacle. That's all it was. This stuff will work. Anyway, throw a couple of videos up over here. I'll catch you in one of those, or I'll catch you down the road.